From what I understand, about an hour and a half ago, I will say that we have got Mr. Tiger Woods officially committed to this tournament. He will commit as of 11:45 today, from what we understand, which will be in a few minutes. But we're obviously thrilled that Tiger is coming back. I think there were some people that thought it was a done deal. It was not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination, but we're thrilled that he's given us a couple weeks again to promote the fact that he will be back and join us for the 2013 Honda Classic. As you know, he had a wonderful eagle on the last hole for a 62. We forget Lee Westwood at a 63. No one talks about poor Lee on that final round. Everyone talks about Tiger's great eagle on 18 for a 62. But anyway, he's back officially as of just an hour or so ago, and he will commit to the tour here momentarily. So,
well, congratulations again. And every time I talk to you after the media day every year, we talk about the field, and is this the best field ever? You have two of the previous year's majors winners. You have Tiger Woods back. This has to be the best field you've ever had for this.
Yeah, no, I think from a competitive standpoint, every year we're seeing a nice uptick in the players that compete here. I mean, certainly the golf course speaks for itself. The word has gotten to the best players in the world. They want to compete here. The way we take care of them, the resort amenities, and so no doubt, everything that we're doing, not only from a competitive side, but outside the ropes, I think is paying off.
You had the Tiger Push last year. You guys were able to see what the spectator crush was like when Tiger's a part of your tournament. What sort of things did you learn from last year that you can apply to this year?
Well, I think that we had a good plan in place last year. There's no doubt, but certainly the volume that was placed on the infrastructure of the event from a patron standpoint was spectacular. So I think this offseason we got a little bit more time behind us as it relates to making sure from a shuttling standpoint, real estate for parking, admissions number, hospitality numbers, things that trickle down into numbers of programs and pairings guides. I mean, the trickle-over effect is spectacular, and I think 12 months of planning has put us in a better position.
And it's not just Tiger. The fact you have Tiger and Rory McIlroy now together in the same tournament, especially what they did in the final round last year, going at one another, and Tiger almost making an epic comeback before Rory hung on, that ultra legitimizes this tournament, doesn't it?
Yeah, in timing for the elevation of both of their games couldn't be better for us, there's no doubt. And certainly it was a storybook finish last year for us, and with both of them in the field this year, we're certainly hoping for similar results.
What can you attribute to the increased attention of this tournament the past 5-6 years? Is it the course? Is it you guys and some of the things that you've put together for these players? What's the biggest attribution?
Well, and there's no doubt that the Champion course itself is probably the number one reason why the best guys come here and play. I mean, as Ken mentioned, it's a difficult but fair test. Whether the guys shoot a 76 or a 68, it's been very consistent in terms of their feelings of the golf course, which is certainly very important. And there's no doubt that I think what we're doing from a management team standpoint, the fact that so many of the guys live in our area, they go to the same schools our kids go to, the same hospitals. There's just so many factors to attribute it all to, but certainly the Champion course speaks for itself.
Before every tournament, I'm sure you at least sort of brainstorm or try to get an idea of what your spectator population will be like throughout the 4 days of the actual tournament. Are you estimating more than what you saw last year?
Well, we're preparing for more. I mean, ticket sales are well up from this time last year, and perhaps there's that anticipation of the top guys coming back to play again this year. So until we can kind of feel out the impact over the next week and a half, 2 weeks, with Tiger's commitment today, it's tough to answer that with the commitment just happening this morning.
Sure. Now, with the TV partnership and NBC coming in, you have them Saturday and Sunday here. What's that relationship been like? And in terms of maybe new things we can see from a coverage standpoint potentially with them?
Yeah, it's from a pure broadcast coverage standpoint. We certainly think we've got the best partners and the best analyst team in the game. There's no doubt, and I think what's happening as it relates to the simultaneous coverage of the Bear Trap on 15, 16, and 17 with the Golf Channel while the live broadcast is on is a spectacular move, and I think the ratings last year were very good for a test market. And this year, I think that in working with the Tour and the Golf Channel and NBC, you're going to see more digitally. We're going to have holes that historically haven't been majorly covered. Folks are going to be able to watch that on their tablets and then on their mobile devices. So certainly what we're seeing is a major expansion in how this sport and our tournament is being covered during the week of the tournament.
Since this tournament moved here, you guys have worked really hard to establish yourselves as a premier tournament on the tour. Do you feel like now it's in a place where you maybe envisioned it 4 years ago? Are you comfortable with where this sits now in the pantheon of tournaments on the tour?
Yeah, great question. I mean, I think we're very pleased with where we are, and this is certainly the goal that we had when we took over management in 2007 was to be here right now. And I think we're looking at this event, our relationship to the community, a little bit differently these days. We certainly have the ability to invest in the infrastructure to continue to create better experiences, and with the end goal of not only bringing the community a continued heightened event. Now that we feel like we are premier, what can we do to take it new levels? And certainly at the